Good evening. Thank you all for taking the opportunity to be here tonight, and I know it's 6 o'clock, and appreciate you taking time away from your families and being here over the dinner hour to listen to us. So, my name is Edward Briggs. I work for Potomac Land Company, and appreciate you coming out here to hear our proposal on Hawk Springs, which is going to be going on. And we'll kind of walk you through what we're looking to do. And I'm accompanied here by our engineer, Sean.
Yeah, Sean Cashin, I'm the engineer who will be working on the project.
So without further ado, we'll jump right in, get through the whole presentation, and then happy to take any questions afterward and feedback. So, and again, thank you all so much for being here. So just kind of really quick off the bat, the site is a proposed 55 single-family home community on about 15 acres. Our goal from the beginning of this is really to kind of keep it within the community character, but also really try to provide a more attainable housing option for people that want to live within the community here. So, as you can see, the location right here is Hawk Springs, off Lithium Pinecrest Road. Project location is off of Hideaway Lane. It's surrounded by existing residential development. So, this is a future land use map. So of the residential development, as you can see, it's zoned for R4. So 4 units per acre of what it's already zoned for. You can see the surrounding residential right now. It's surrounded by R4 and R2. So this is what the site has already been zoned for. The PD was done for this back in 2019 of where it was. So there is no proposal to expand upon that PD or increase density. We're keeping it same thing at the R4, which it's already been zoned for going back to 2019. This is the urban service area map. You can see it's both inside the urban service area map. This was important to us to make sure that we're utilizing existing utilities and infrastructure that's currently in place for that particular community. Right here is the general site plan for the community. And we'll get into it more as we kind of walk through. Sean, anything you want to add here?
No, just I'll answer questions.
If we get those, okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure. Just kind of one thing I wanted to add. It's, as I said, it's a 55 single-family residential home site. 55 single-family residential home site.
But the PD 1344, you say you want to change is 34 sites. You said that that wasn't going to change.
It's zoned for R4.
Yes.
We're going at 3.6 units per acre. So that's
The land uses actually are for the zoning is PD.
yeah.
Right.
But they're sometimes used interchangeably.
We understand that. Just was trying to correct what you were saying. It made it
We're
sound
not-
like you were staying with what was already chosen by the board. So it's fine. Changing what you did.
Well, we can get into that, but yes, we're staying at 3.6 units per acre below the R4 category. So this is a proposal of what it will look like from this aerial rendering right here. This is our vertical landscape buffering that we're proposing with it. So one of the things we wanted to do is to make sure to help with the transition of the neighborhoods around there and provide a nice buffer. Is proposing 8-foot tall trees to go in, 20-foot separation, so it's an enhanced buffering than what's currently allowed in the code. And this was important to us to really kind of make sure that we're adding that buffering as well as the 6-foot high privacy fence going around that development as well.
Right. 6-foot high open fence around the entire perimeter, and those actually 10-foot trees that will be spaced 20-foot centers around the entire perimeter.
What's your which one? Version of code 8? Is it? Yeah,
You can't see through it, so it's going to be solid.
vinyl.
Solid, yeah, PVC, solid. Yep.
Is it 10-foot tree or is it 8-foot tree? Which one?
10-foot trees.
Because he just said 8.
Yeah, it's 10.
It's 10.
10-foot trees planted, 3-inch caliper, 20-foot centers, which is above what is required by Hillsborough County.
And what kind of tree?
You'll have to replace a tree for tree.
It's got to meet the shade tree criteria for the county, and those are, oaks, elms, things like that, but they would be shade trees.
So in other words, going to be a bunch of magnolias in there.
I hope.
I don't know.
Okay.
You're not a magnolia
If
fan.
I recall the last time, did they have specific trees that they have
There's
to
a
choose
list of
from?
specific trees that you have to choose from that meet the
Yes.
sanitary criteria.
There's an approved tree list that
Correct,
the county
that
has.
the county has that meet that requirement. This kind of give you the overview of the egress points in and out from Hideaway Lane. So as you can see, there's 3 access points into the property that we're talking about. And also one thing I wanted to point out here too, what we're looking to do too is we really wanted to make sure that we're providing some connectivity for the community. So one thing we are doing is continuing the sidewalk from Chimino Elementary School up to Hideaway Lane to development. So kids have an opportunity to walk to school that way and take that down.
We're not zoned for Chimino.
We're not zoned for Chimino.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
So you're making a sidewalk for who?
Yeah.
We don't have sidewalks over there, but we really don't care to have sidewalks.
We'd like to have sidewalks go through the whole neighborhood.
Yeah, that would be really nice. I would actually enjoy that.
I think there's another exhibit for the sidewalk, the offsite sidewalk.
Yeah, there's another one for, that's a proposed.
And then we're taking the sidewalk all the way all the way out to Lithium Pine.
Go back to the one, there's no sidewalk coming out of Chimino right now.
No, we're proposing, we're adding, yes, we're proposing.
So the county's gonna let you go put a sidewalk on their property?
For what though? Because the kids in our neighborhood cannot attend Chimino Elementary School, so that's. Are these guys gonna be zoned to go to Chimino?
You are Lithia Springs, correct?
Yeah.
The sidewalk's existing coming in. We're building the frontage sidewalk.
Correct.
Yeah, there's a
Correct.
frontage sidewalk. It shows an existing sidewalk.
Right here.
Yeah.
This is the existing sidewalk.
Well, one of the points that kept being brought up was that Mr. Sullivan was trying to provide a safe path for the children to walk to school. No children in this neighborhood go to that school. I'm asking, is this little area going to be zoned to go to Chimino, the rest of us are not? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, the rezoning for this has nothing to do with your schools.
So that we don't do sidewalk?
Yeah.
So I don't think that exhibit is entirely correct, and there's not an existing sidewalk to, I call it Semino, but it's Camino? It's Camino, all right.
Kevin, I thought that you said there was existing sidewalk.
No,
The other side, on Lithia.
On Lithia. You know, you shouldn't refer to Kevin who doesn't live there. We live there.
Yeah, the only sidewalk in the area is from the retention pond at Shetland Ridge all the way down Lithia Pinecrest. There's nothing else.
Okay.
I walk that every day. I haven't seen a sidewalk in our neighborhood.
There's
I
a
know,
small little
me
sidewalk
either.
right here coming off the
Can't do
road.
anything with that small.
But that's what we're portraying right
We
there.
don't need it.
Is all I'm saying.
So,
There is.
That's on the school property.
I know, we're not saying we're building it, we're saying we're
that's
connecting.
school property. That
Yeah,
has nothing to do with this development.
We don't go to that school.
Yeah. Drop off.
Yeah, my child couldn't go to that.
No, they were not.
Yeah, you have to know that.
Yeah, they don't.
So,
Okay, yeah.
That's supposed to be a maintenance only.
They need to hit off.
that's good to know.
That wasn't supposed to be. That's supposed to be a maintenance only.
We'll keep it going. So this kind of also that, like I said, the other proposal we were going to be doing too is adding 3,100 feet of sidewalk to connect the neighborhood all the way out to Lithia Pinecrest Road. So
Why are you doing that?
Yeah.
that would then take that, just probably connectivity to the neighborhood, but also would then connect to your point, but also to Lithia Springs Elementary too.
Is the county making you do that?
That is something we are taking on and doing ourselves.
Don't do it.
We don't want to have sidewalks.
We don't want to have sidewalks.
We don't want to about safety.
Well, it's right away.
It's right away.
I get the right away, but, so what about our mailboxes and all this other stuff? And now, right there, that's where our drainage is?
Correct.
So how?
It'll be adjacent to the swale. And this is something that the county wants. They want to have interconnectivity on the sidewalks.
Culvert is 5,000.
Well, as part of a design exception, we had to submit a design exception to the county to connect into the roadway system. And as part of that design exception process, we all came to the agreement that to offset the impact to the local roads, that we would install this 3,100 lineal feet of sidewalk that would connect the community to Lithia Pine.
I have a question.
So-
There's already been deaths at that light, at that crosswalk. That's not, should not be a crosswalk.
At Adelaide and Lithia Pine.
The newly installed
There's been more than
we
one
had
death.
2 fatalities.
Within the last year.
And and one of the deaths was a younger person.
Young
Uh,
child.
pedestrian
How
or-
is this gonna help with the safety of our kids that?
Well, this sidewalk is being offered just to, again,
No,
promote
that's-
pedestrian
Because that's not your
area.
Lithia Pinecrest Elementary, that's to the other.
Correct, this is to Lithia
The
Pine.
sidewalk
that's-
is not for
no, that
that
sidewalk is
we
not
never
the Lithia
wanted it, we
Pinecrest.
never asked for it. It was something
That's,
you all
so-
came up with. It's not something we wanted.
and that sidewalk is to the other neighborhood, across the street from Adelaide, that's not to the school.
And we're not allowed in that neighborhood.
That
So,
neighborhood,
I don't
Again,
understand the need for that sidewalk.
The point of this
One
meeting,
is safety.
right, no, I get it. And the point of this meeting is to get your feedback, whether,
As we work through the
Right.
project.
to get your thoughts on this development, the outside sidewalk. and
Take it off.
everything like that.
You're saying that that's one of the
Before we
schools,
take
but
the
that's
work
going to
question,
the
we're gonna
neighborhood we're
finish the
not allowed.
presentation,
Oh.
and then we'll
So-
circle back and go through. So let's do
Right,
that.
so we'll finish this and then we'll take on all the questions.
Let's let them, and then we raise our hands.
This is just a traffic exhibit right here, just so you can see how the traffic would flow, and the 2 lights that would be utilized to enter and exit through the neighborhood, okay?
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait.
wait, questions at the end.
Whoa, that's the neighborhood in the yellow.
Yes.
Right.
And
Proposed.
that's the traffic flow you think's gonna happen there?
This is not the traffic flow, this is just the way, where it's going out to the lights.
It won't work.
Everybody's gonna be using all of it. Sorry.
There's a light at Adelaide and a light at Hill. That's it.
Correct, the 2 lights, that's what we
We
have.
have substandard, but everyone in our neighborhood has to go through Adelaide. We do not have to go through Hill or Spring. Everyone has to go through Adelaide.
Yeah.
So that flow is garbage.
Flooded both lights.
Correct.
And we had to get the
We're in
school
here.
open so we could
Yes.
go out through there. Yeah. So there are no exits.
You were saying 300 years
What about flooding? We have pictures of all of
I don't, the Hill and Adelaide are just flooded.
Presentation.
You need to come and look at that.
Yes, I walked in right there.
And you actually were there when it got flooded?
This is Greenfield development, yes, this is the type of development we
What about the traffic on
without
Lithia during
expanding
the
out
daytime?
here. So, and I will be this, we need more attainable housing options here in Brandon.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
No, you
How
don't.
much is the median home price in Brandon?
You
Someone
don't
tell
need-
me.
you don't
Someone tell
need
me
it.
right now, what's the median home price?
You can drive down.
Ask Will Sullivan, he built some of the huge developments. We're having one
What's
more
the
more
median
than
home price in Brandon? What's the median home price?
You know, but they are.
I know, I'm asking you all, do you all know what it is?
Don't care.
Don't care.
I don't care.
We don't care.
I'm not that
Do you know how much the average person in Brandon makes? You don't?
They don't need to take us
But our
to
neighborhood, the safety of our children, you wanna put that many vehicles through our neighborhood, it takes 3 cycles to get through that light to get on the Lithia. When we try to leave for work in the morning or and stuff,
Sorry,
or
sometimes
longer.
6, because I've been standing at the end and I have.
One thing you all need to remember correctly, is this was already zoned. This was already
And we fought him the last time too.
Do not cut me
Because
off.
we were a forgotten neighborhood when the future land use and USA lines were drawn.
Nothing
We've
is
been-
being proposed
that
by
is-
increased density.
Why do you
What's already
think we are now
considered
all R2
Are you
around here?
capable of being quiet while someone talks and
Are
not
you?
cutting them off? I have not spoken
Are
to you.
you?
We're talking.
We're trying to
I
finish
have
the
not
presentation
spoken
and
when
then take
you were
questions.
talking.
Would you like to do
I
this?
spoke
We're trying to
on
be
my own.
respectful to
You're
you
not
all.
doing a good
You're
job.
not
We're trying to do that.
You keep keep cutting people off while they're
I want to hear about the flooding, I want to hear about the traffic, we want to hear your concerns.
We want to
I
hear your
about all
concerns, we just
that.
want to get through the presentation.
We're going to get back to it, I promise. I want to give you the overview of what we're going to get back
That's
to.
all we're trying to do, get through this and then take questions. Can we do that?
I know that we've already been through all this one time, several years ago.
This is not,
2019,
Okay,
it's,
just so you know.
We just
It's
want to
different
finish
now,
this and then
and-
take it, and like you said,
Nothing's different.
Nothing's
the
different.
whole point is to
Nothing's
get
different.
feedback from you all, see if there's things we can take
We already
back.
gave it.
Mr. Cashin, you know this is exactly, he asked for 58 homes to start, you were there from the beginning. He got 34, he's coming back and asking for 55.
Because his profit margins were not high enough to put 34 homes in there. I'm a builder, so we know about profit margins. That's why he wants 55, not to be a nice guy and get a medium home price houses in there. It's not why he's doing it. His profit margins are not there. He's looking to get West Bay in there with their Casatrescas.
He made a bad investment, period.
Yeah,
You should
that's
not have
exactly what
suffered.
happened.
I can't speak to that, but I know that we
Yes,
are,
you can, you've been with him too long.
I have worked with Bill for many, many years.
Yes, you know.
I'm
sorry for it. Can I ask one question? So are you gonna have a map up there showing the 55 homes and how much square footage those each are?
Oh, there's one.
We've asked Bill that.
That's a fair question.
We'll show with the layout.
Wait, yeah,
Show us
I
the
don't think
We don't have the
that.
layouts.
So why
they
did,
don't.
why did we come to a meeting without that?
That's what we asked him for. When
That's what we
he called
asked
me
for.
personally, I'm sure
We
he
want to
knows.
see the square footage of all the
And I said,
55
just give us
homes.
a layout of
And
what you're doing.
we cannot see it, so are we reducing those ponds, are we reducing, what are we reducing as far as?
His
We can take that back
comment
from
was,
the
his comment was,
We have to
we
have
haven't
that.
yet secured the building.
Yeah, because
We can
they're,
take that in back to Mr. Sullivan.
Because we gotta look at the map, we want to look at the
All right,
map.
let's just, we'll just go through this a few more minutes and then we'll
That's all, that's all I want.
get taking comments.
So, 44,500 square foot lots.
You know.
So, you know,
500 square foot.
and I appreciate you all taking this. I know you guys already seen this, it sounds like, so.
Oh,
Yeah, we were sitting there 15 minutes reviewing everything.
Wait a second.
Real quick, just.
The letter you sent out said 6,000 square foot lots, not.
Oh, that's the existing neighborhood.
Existing
Yes.
neighborhoods. This is just showing the PDs that have been approved since 2016.
And how many of those are major modifications?
Those have the zoning numbers, and I can't tell you which ones are major
I can't tell you
modifications,
that.
don't know.
They're all PDs.
They're all
They're all
PDs.
PDs.
They're all
We're just-
PDs.
So is the
How large
original,
are the
yes,
lots?
how many were major modifications?
How large are the lots?
None of these are.
How large are these lots?
Yes.
6,000 square foot,
Okay, but you said
minimum
something
50
different.
foot wide lots. That's what's being
Okay.
proposed.
I heard something about 500 and I'm thinking that.
Hold on, please go back.
So-
Do we have a copy of that or anything?
This is just a comparison of all the PD approvals in the Brandon Community Plan Garden Estates District since 2016. We're just kind of showing you there from the different things that have been approved from the activity center, single family, the assisted living, the retirement communities. Again, really coming below at 90% of the utilization of what we can. That's all we wanted to show there for single family. Again, you know this, I know you guys are from the area, you know it just as much as I do because I'm from the area too. The different services that are available nearby for those communities to take advantage of. This is just a where everybody function class. Appreciate you all talking about the substandard road. Lithium Pinecrest, I know you all know, is also slated for improvements over the next 10 years. It's already been budgeted, the money's there, and they're going through that right now in the county.
That's what they tell us all, that we don't want it. We fix it, it's fine, lithium fibers is fine, just stop building on it.
Again, connectivity maps, things you've already seen before, just wanted to kind of point that out to you.
Can you,
Main entrance will be right here on the south side,
can I ask you a question on that?
so.
That retention pond, the drainage retention ponds in the front there on the highway, what is the size of those? 1 acre? Are those acre retention ponds?
They're not an acre, no.
What are they, half acre, 3/4 acre?
They're probably closer to, between a half acre, 3/4 of an
3/4 of an
acre.
acre?
The ones to the south, and the one to the northwest is probably getting close to an acre.
Can we get some exact sizes of those retention ponds, so you have 1, 2, 3, and then the one in the middle.
Yeah, because they have to be able to hold water, because there's a lot of water flows over there. If you don't have enough, you're gonna have create flooding around the community.
Well, that's a whole other can of worms.
And we're gonna, we need to take a look at the
All right,
flooding.
I'm sorry, go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, we appreciate that question. We'll go ahead and do that.
That's right.
And then that concludes it, so we just wanted to get through that, so we appreciate that. Now we can go back to any slides, so if that works.
And I will, yeah, and I'm gonna answer your drainage question.
Should you go back
We
to the
just-
slide where you propose, or you show the different communities that has been built?
Yes, the PD slide, right here,
Next one.
the next one. Yes,
Sorry, not the next one.
this one?
There's an Excel spreadsheet on it.
Oh, the Excel spreadsheet, yes, right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
So of those, how many of them were next to a community, an agricultural community of 1 acre lots? How
That I
many?
don't know. Sean, do you know
None of them. I'm
None
telling
of
you that
them.
right now.
Do you,
I get notified every time they come out. Zero.
Now, follow up on this.
right.
Isn't there supposed to be a buffer between a subdivision like Bloomingdale and an agricultural community like ours?
Like an R3 or an R2 is supposed to be next to us.
Right, and the county does look at that. I mean, they
Okay.
look at compatibility
So
and.
the other side
buffering.
of this is you're proposing 6,000 square foot lots.
Correct.
Correct.
Last time, and you're saying that's 3 homes per acre. Last time I checked, an acre was over 40,000 square foot.
Yeah.
It is, yes, correct.
So you're not doing 3 homes per acre.
You're doing 4.
You're doing more
You're doing
than-
4.
I think it's 3.5.
3.5, 3.6.
Yeah, but if you see the
That's
You
same
lowballed it
thing,
one
it's still
by
not.
saying 3, and you're not accounting for all the other space that you're spending with the drainage ponds and roads.
No, it's based on the gross acreage, how many
Gross
units you
acreage.
have
on the
there.
gross, not on the
In
green
in
space.
reality, you flat out say you're gonna have, what is it, 5-foot easements on each side of that?
Well, it shows 5 foot.
So essentially, you're building a fish hog like community
Yes.
where the houses, you barely can fit a lawnmower in between them,
Correct,
inside of a 1 acre lot neighborhood.
yes.
Yeah, inside of it.
1 to 5.
Inside of it.
We have 5 acre lots in our community.
We have
So
horses, we have
it's
cows,
not
we have
just-
chickens.
have
That's not
horses.
Am I wrong on any of those statements?
It is gonna be denser in
Am I wrong on
your
any of those?
neighborhood.
That's not gonna conform to
Have
our.
you ever lived next to
That's not gonna
horses,
conform.
cows, goats, pigs,
Yeah,
chickens,
we're a
roosters?
horse.
Do you now?
I do not know.
Are you guys gonna be listening about my roosters crowing at 3 a.m.?
They can complain all they want. We're agricultural.
Association gonna shut us down.
They'll come out
Are you gonna
Because
deal
they
with
don't like the noise our
HOA
animals make.
Are you gonna help me deal with it?
I got a
when
boatload
they
of them.
complain to me about my roosters?
I have chickens. I mean, they got-
Just say you want to
I don't know your understanding, I'm speculating that there's gonna be.
Somebody say that.
You don't even know who the builder is or what the home is, and that's what we ask.
We don't. We don't.
And you know why? Can I tell you why? Because they know the controversy around it.
young kid up there.
They watch what's happened with this, and they're not coming in there.
It's very early in the process, and
It started in 2019, you
Correct.
reiterated that several
Correct.
times.
Correct.
And it took all the way till 2021 to weed out everything that was wrong with it, correct?
And we agree.
well, this is a
And we
different
agree.
plan.
We made
This is
the
a different
agreement.
It's the
It's the same plan.
It's
It's the same exact
plan.
plan.
We made an agreement.
Go,
At
we'll
the
just.
very beginning of your speech, you said you wanted to respect the character of our neighborhood. The
That's
character of
not
our
good.
neighborhood is agriculture, 1 acre. So either you stick to agriculture, which now it's not, right? Stick to 1 acre or maybe half an acre. But 3 houses to an acre is not respecting the culture of our existing neighborhood that has 1 entrance and 1 exit. That the last hurricane, both of those lights flooded, and we had to
Oh, yeah.
contact someone to open up the
We couldn't get
Toledo
out.
school so we could escape out.
We couldn't get
Yeah.
And it wasn't an entry, it wasn't an exit. We were driving over a sidewalk.
There's spray paint on our street, exit this way.
That low area was flooded, we could not get out. They
Yes.
actually had to run our
Lithia and
school.
Adelaide was solely underwater?
We got
Yeah.
5 videos showing,
You should know, you live down the
Sheriff
street.
We were on the
Scott
CNN. Governor Rick Scott showed up.
dry area in Lutz and I was flooded. It was like lakes.
Oh, no. Not without an entry and an exit way. That's the most important part, is that Chimino allowed us, hold on, 1 second. Chimino allowed us to drive over their driveway to be able to get out. Curbs.
There's sidewalks.
There's not a sidewalk, it's not connected.
Yeah, we had to drive.
Yes,
We had to
yes.
drive through the.
You need to literally right now, after the meeting, go drive out there.
And that was the only way we were able to get in and out of our neighborhood until the flooding receded.
And that was 2 days.
This was somewhere between a 500 and 1,000 year storm. Built in there.
Not true.
Every year we get one bad storm and it
3 years
floods.
later, the same thing happened. The only time we were in the news was this time.
We were on
Because we were
CNN,
here
and Governor
when it
Rick
got
Scott
flooded
was there,
in
in a boat.
2005 and in 2007. And it never made the news until now. So don't tell me about 100 years, because then I'm 200 years old.
We appreciate that. We'll talk, when we're talking about county, we'll bring that back to them.
This is, we need to hear this.
Yeah, we need to hear this.
Yeah, sell the property to somebody else. Sell property for charity.
We have
a lot of money.
Can you go back to the map that shows Adelaide
Yes. Yeah.
When you get all these people, and all these people right here, and you take them out there to Lithia Pine Crest Road when there's a flood, what are you gonna do with all those cars?
Your sidewalk will be gone.
They're gonna be gone. They're gonna be in Orlando in their fancy houses, enjoying their rural lifestyle that they have, but we don't.
You cannot
No, you can't get out.
of that neighborhood,
Hey,
and
let
you're
me
gonna
tell you,
have to go
all this
back
is building
here
they're doing,
to
is
where is
next
Hideaway
meeting,
and where is
they're
Full
gonna hit,
Event.
they're
I mean,
gonna
By the way,
where
there are families in South Tampa who are getting together to sue the county as we speak. Because they don't have what is built, and the older communities were flooded to the point that they lost their houses in South
This is
Tampa.
Jamaica.
It's sad.
This is where we all had to come out and go. We could not get out. That's a light.
If you have a low.
When Mr. Bill was trying to take credit.
2 years ago.
Putting in this
2024.
You don't even put a light.
And if we're trying to add
I have pictures. I can send you
anything.
we made all the news channels.
Because it was the first time that
I have to get
the magazine and
So we got the copy back from Bill.
and I blame Shetland Ridge over that.
So it flooded
Still in something else. She's holding that.
I'm not trying to.
You cannot put 100 more families together. That's it.
I mean, yeah, put the turtles back. Bastards. Not the other
Folks,
I am in high school. That's
just a quick timeout. I don't know if we need to go through the slides, but I would like to take a question, take comments and question and answer. But I would like to do it in an orderly fashion. So
Flooding seems to be a big thing.
flooding is a big thing. I know it's bad there.
It was a huge.
Yeah, we didn't have power for a week. Well, they have power.
Flooding seems to be a thing. We'll talk.
She's a lineman.
We have sidewalks. People get to their cars. Each house got 2 cars. 55 homes has been 2 cars are down. These sidewalks, there's so many those sidewalks
I like those.
there's so many crashes. We got 2 crashes.
Well, then I don't have to say.
My head lays on your house.
Private area.
How many people in here have livestock that are free range? Raise your hand. Free range animals, raise your hand. All these people have free range animals, right? So if we don't understand how your livestock animals and them on top of each other, they won't know, oh, there's gonna be a chicken on the road, maybe a horse on the road, maybe a goat. So
Are the donkey people here? No, the donkey that went up the hill, it literally left and went to it was inside the shell, Sitka, what is it, shell?
It was a king, it was a king.
The donkey went by itself, fleeing the flood to the grocery store.
We had the pigs that went to the gas station.
Well, they tied the pig to the.
That was Ellie's pig.
That was funny.
That was Ellie's pig.
Ellie's pig. Utilities.
Utilities are going to be
Mine flicker all the time
two
as it is.
places, Adelaide and Lithia Pinecrest, and a little bit further northwest of Lithia Pinecrest.
Can you guys,
Hold on a second, but he's been holding his hand.
Yeah, he's
All
been.
right,
I
so
can show my
what,
videos.
3,100 feet? Yeah, you have to go with these utilities? Is that
Yes,
what-
yes.
3,100.
To extend utilities, because I know they're not in this neighborhood.
Yeah, they're not in this neighborhood.
Correct.
You said that they were. They were.
Well,
We're
the
inside
urban
service.
service
Okay.
area allows for
Correct.
utilities, but they're not always
Second
there.
question on that.
We're on a well.
All of the properties that are going to be having this utility stuff run through the property, anything happens to the lines there, are they responsible for
No,
it?
because they'll be in the right of way.
They'll be in the
They'll
right of
be in the right of way.
no, hold on. 10 years, and you guys have finished your build, and you walk away, and a pipe in front of my house burst. Who fixes that
The
pipe?
county.
The county does.
The water main and the force main
Not
will
if
be
it's
dedicated to the
It's done by Roots.
The county will own and operate them. They
The
will-
the county doesn't even clean our ditches out.
No.
They won't come in and mow, they don't even come and flush them.
No, wait.
We got one flushing.
Question on the utilities.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait.
Um,
He came before Helena
If
Milton
you're
came
attached
through
to
and
this main
screwed up my,
line that's
I
gonna
can't
be
even cut
running
my,
to this thing,
I can't even get my
are all
lawnmowers in my
those
ditch anymore.
people that have properties along
Tom,
there
thank
going
you.
to be required to tie in?
They will not be
And if you have any
required,
idea of what the dollar amount on the assessment would be to do that?
they won't be required to connect into it, but the water main will be there for people if they want to.
If they want to connect into it.
Is that
But it won't be required by the county,
No,
to my knowledge, no.
county.
And the force main, definitely no.
Now,
But it will be there if anybody wants to connect into it.
I like my artesian water.
Because I know we've talked about the traffic and let you know that sometimes it takes 3 or 4 iterations of that light or more. Because sometimes Lithia gets so busy, only one car gets out and there's
7
20,
a.m. and
30
3 p.m.
cars in line.
Magical
All the way
times.
to the front of my house sometimes. It's that bad. That's how bad traffic is.
not all the time.
Not all the time.
Not all the
It
time.
does
The
get
7
better.
a.m. traffic, because we can't even get out
on Lithia, because of the school from on Lithia, is blocking that whole, the Christian school. It's right there, yeah. And we can't cross over to turn onto Lithia.
A lot of us are worried about the culture of our neighborhood.
Sure,
Because
absolutely.
of the way we live, the reason we moved into this neighborhood. Some of these people have been here since the neighborhood started.
1980.
Yeah, 40, 50 years.
So,
Yeah.
in our neighborhood, kids fly around on dirt bikes, fly around on side-by-sides,
Horseback
golf
riding,
carts,
horseback
horses, all that stuff, nobody cares. It is not unusual to hear gunfire, because people have enough property where they have a range on their property, and you will hear gunfire.
Yeah.
Sometimes after the sun goes down.
Absolutely.
The
Most of
only
us, I'm
requirement
not
for
gonna
that is
say
1 acre.
everybody here, I'm not
You
gonna
can
say
shoot it.
everybody here doesn't care, but enough people here don't care. We have animals, a lot of them are free range. Do you think your neighborhood is going to want to deal with this? Because if you look at a lot of neighborhoods just like this that have popped up in places surrounded by farms, what do the people do? The people complain and complain and file grievances against the farms. Now, that's 1 or 2 farms. You're talking about over 100 homes of people that live this way. And what you're really doing is you're adding unnecessary traffic in a neighborhood not ready to handle that kind of traffic. That many homes, densely compacted.
The density is
Yeah,
bad.
the density is
That's the
bad.
biggest
The
thing.
density is real bad.
You're introducing people that are used to a certain way
flooding.
of life, and they're buying into a certain way of life when you have that type of neighborhood. Inside of a neighborhood. You're not on the edge of a neighborhood or anything, no, you are inside. Shetland Ridge is.
Totally
next
enclosed, totally
You're
enclosed
putting
and
them
developed by
in
us.
with us, where we do and live a certain way, and they're not gonna
We're
like
gonna have
it.
no
Nobody's
density.
gonna buy those kinds of houses and probably have an HOA, I would guess, and
And
stuff
when
like
they
that.
do, they will sell it in the wild over and over and over.
We
All
have
these
to change
turtles,
our way of life.
Turnover rates.
Because
they'll all become rentals.
it's not right.
Jesus,
And it's not safe for our kids.
I completely understand where you're coming from. No one here, Sean, myself, even Kevin Beck, no one's asking anyone to change their way of life. So I appreciate that.
Yes, you
They
will.
will.
Yes, you will.
I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No,
No, you're right, you're not asking,
That's
you're
something
telling
we
us that we're
definitely
gonna
take
change
notes
our
on.
way of
We'll go
life.
back and talk to the team as we're kind of working through this all and kind of getting that feedback from you all. So I really do appreciate that, because again, we don't want to change the ways of life. I appreciate you sharing about the animals, the nature of that. I get exactly where you're coming from. Having grown up in Tallahassee, I grew up in the rural part up there. Been down here now about 18 years. So
In an HOA community.
in Brandon, I've lived in different parts of Brandon, but now I live in an HOA community. But I moved down to Brandon 18 years ago, and I've been in different parts of un-HOA Brandon, and I've been in an HOA Brandon. So yeah.
And the culture's different, isn't it?
We have this lady.
It depends on what you want, I think different people want different things.
Alright, so you commented a few times about, what the average home price is in Brandon. When this all started years ago, we were told that this was gonna increase our property values. I am truly struggling with the fact of having homes built on top of each other, increasing my property value. On top of that, the type of homes that you're talking about building, are these gonna be like low income, subsidy, rental,
No.
like is that what this
Section
neighborhood's
8.
gonna be turned
No,
into?
they're not going to be Section 8.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Today, they're not gonna be that low.
Right now, in talking with
That's
Mrs.
what's
Sullivan,
so
we're looking at the low 300s.
And those are gonna be Section 8. I guarantee. My son is in real estate, and that
That's
is
what we're trying
exactly
to-
what he
that's what we're trying
deals
to
with
target.
every day.
Entry-level housing.
No one in entry level stays in jail. They all sell and move up the property ladder. No one does it. They sell or they rent it out. And then we've got neighbors who are renters, who have no vested interest.
I know the intent is to have more affordable
More
housing.
attainable
But
housing.
okay,
No,
so
but not rental. That's unrealistic. $300,000 is not what you're gonna be able to
How am I gonna be able to
build.
sell my home? We have some nice
I hear you.
homes in the neighborhood. Hear me out. We have some nice homes in the neighborhood. How is this density of inside of our neighborhood going to maintain the value.
My daughter's building, her price tag is over $500,000 for a less than 2,000 square foot house. And you're telling me that this starter home is gonna increase her brand new home on her property? Explain how that's gonna happen.
It won't.
It won't. It won't. You don't have to answer.
I can't answer to that, but I will say that I've worked on a number of developments with Mr. Sullivan. I know he's given you all
Maybe he wants to build
examples.
her house for her, for less than
a deal, I'll
for
do
free, you know?
We have to do that.
He builds a beautiful development, that is not what we're arguing.
Right, the development's
I don't know.
going on.
He always does a great job.
Those homes are $500,000, $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 homes. All those fancy developments you're showing us in here,
Yeah.
they're all, they start at $550,000, $600,000.
They are not starter homes.
Okay, they're not.
Which is fine,
starter
they're not
homes.
investment,
Why
they're
isn't
not, they're
you put
investment
starter
properties.
homes out there on Boyette? In those big 50-acre lots? Oh, no, they're not gonna do that, but you're gonna stick them right in there around us? Why?
How about luxury homes on 1 acre?
When you see them.
Yeah.
We've asked for luxury homes forever.
Yeah. What about a luxury home on a 1 acre and keep agricultural in there?
What's that?
If you also grew up in the Brandon area, you already understand the infrastructure problem that we have with traffic, and you're going to continue to flood our area when we don't even have the roads that currently compensate for the people that have flooded in here for the past 5 or 10 years.
There you go. We're bringing in probably 8-inch water meters. It's going to serve the development, and it will have fire hydrants. And in fact, we will have fire hydrants probably every 1,000 feet along Adelaide around the fire. I will say the homes are built.
There's some homes in the neighborhood you can't
And
build neighborhoods like
I don't know enough about it, but I know that there's firewalls and fire protection. And
we
that's how they get away with the 10 feet side by side. There is a fire. Also do fire hydrants along Adelaide, along that Watergate extension. I know you all don't have. I don't think the water main's going that direction, but it'll be close to the hideaway, Tavallo.
I got a question.
Sewage we're bringing in.
She has a question she's
Sewage will be brought in.
So real quick.
Water,
Why do we have to make the change?
Why is that?
Why do we have to make the change?
Why is 35 not enough?
34.
It'll be available if
It's,
they wanted to.
well, it's something that Mr. Sullivan wanted to pursue.
But why? But why?
For what reason?
Why would you not satisfy with
Was 34 homes not sufficient?
Why do we go that change?
He is
But there's pros and cons to all of that.
more homes, a little bit denser area, smaller lots.
Why?
Why?
To make more money. He's not gonna say it. He's not gonna say it.
This is,
You know why?
He's not gonna say it.
Because he's gonna show up. I know why.
the intent is to offer more affordable homes.
There's a lot.
I want to get this lady in the back, I'm sorry.
All right. My turn! Quiet. Respect, folks.
And I appreciate that, and that's something we'll
Excuse me.
go back to the county.
Excuse me. My turn.
Emotions.
Sorry, I was answering her.
Emotions.
Okay, now, I want to know what is going to happen to the wildlife that lives in that 15 acres?
Thank you.
Foxes,
You know how many turtles are-
coyotes, the gopher turtles,
Turtles after turtles.
sandhill cranes,
Damn.
the roaming fishhawk panther.
Foxes.
I have been in on that 15 acres, dressed in my black with my night vision goggles to take a look at exactly where all of the animals are located. Oh yeah, by the way, we also have a roaming hog. Somebody's pet pig got loose and it's roaming
It's a
in that
boar.
area.
It's
Okay, it's a boar
wild
now.
boar.
I got a picture
So-
of a panther.
Oh, do you have that?
Let me answer your question.
Nice.
We have to prepare a threatened and endangered species report. And so environmental scientists, probably more than one, will go out there. They will identify
let them live
the
free.
nests of birds. Gopher tortoises by law have to be identified and relocated.
But the
So
last time he
They're
replaced
endangered.
bush hog
Let
before they
them
ever
bleed.
came out, you know he did.
Yeah, because I
Yes,
called
they
the-
did.
I called
All
the
I'm saying is
FWC.
none of them
No.
wildlife, that's all just trying to get out of their home.
The gopher turtles already have
Not in
homes,
there.
have tunnels built and entrances and exits throughout our whole neighborhood. I mean,
We have that.
They're gonna get run over by
It's good habitat for them. They like high
So,
privacy.
number 9 here says that there is no wildlife.
What's that?
Number 9 on your map
Yes.
says
wildlife.
the property has no significant wildlife habitat.
Oh,
Within the boundary.
That is.
We gotta get the lawyer, we gotta get the lawyer.
Yeah. Now, if they like, I can, if they let me know when they're going to show up, I can take them in and show them where all of the wildlife resides.
They're not gonna let you do that. You're gonna show them stuff they don't wanna see.
But I'm looking more out for the hogs.
Number 8 and 9 are incorrect. There is a wetland. Isn't there a wetland back there?
Yes. There's that property where
I don't know whether that's called just kind of big girl, but we say that's too loud.
I've been doing it since the last lived
To kind of make sure we're dealing with all that.
I mean, because if they're talking over fences, I don't see how that doesn't matter. That's protected by the state of
I love it when Facebook posts it's okay, somebody's kitty cat is in my backyard and everybody's all like, oh, cat, that, are you cat lady, are you missing kitty cat? Because it'll come into my backyard and it'll wait until my cats come out and then it's like, oh, yes. Because they know my safe zone. I remember one of our neighbors posted in the Facebook group that we have a Florida panther hopping over fences. I want that footage. I want to show them that because the Florida panther is protected by the state of Florida.
I haven't seen the panther since Helene and Milton came down. Yeah, he's trying to make it. My backyard is inundated with hogs.
That instead of coming out this way, that they go out this way.
And foxes and gopher turtles.
Reason why they couldn't walk in the yard.
And then he went back to
Well, there was a county.
Because it's park right now, that's one thing we had talked about, the county with about, is trying to do some sidewalks into that, so.
Did you hear that, Susie?
That is. But the county denied.
He says the county owns that. That property that nobody knows who owns it, it's owned by the
Do you
county.
have proof of records of that? that the county owns
Because
it?
they could not show that last time.
Yeah.
That's what we were told.
Oh, that's what
Not what we're told.
Yeah, that's what
When we questioned it, they could not
Verify.
When you question who couldn't tell you about.
With the road taken.
The zoning and
They'll
development.
have their yard.
It was a question, I have emails saying they don't touch us, it's a question, and we're not sure. So one time it's
How long ago was that?
when we were fighting this back in 2019, 2021. And we have the emails, so the state
We'll double check all of this. We have to but in our last conversation, guys, a month ago, Parks and
because they
Rec,
say,
this was
Another fight.
that's what they, yeah, that they couldn't be consistent, so I would like to see that.
This is just
The second thing is, We did a little research on him. He told us he wasn't going to be here, he said he would stay. And from what I understand, he's very aware of what the comprehensive plan is all about, like the land use and the land development code. What about the part of those documents that state if there is a more restrictive policy that will prevail?
You have more of these?
Why are
Should be back here, yeah.
circumnavigating?
Yeah, they're all restricted policies on Main Street.
The fact that we are and that's the largest that your future land use lines will be properly drawn are neighborhood. Okay, so that is one of the reasons I believe they said, okay, we'll go for the board. That's okay, because the Garden State Plan does say, no, it doesn't have to be blocked. That's fair, yeah. And it's a more restrictive policy. Chapter 5, that will change. Will, not sort of how it's made, it will change. So why are you guys not? Yes.
So one thing, like I go back to, what we're proposing is very safe for heating, which is our 3.6 units.
But it is not compatible with
We know, I mean,
existing neighborhoods.
Usually
It also states we count with surrounding existing neighborhoods. We surround that. We know that. That's part of it. And I think I just read that.
And then this is the empty area.
5 feet per That's why the larger surrounding areas. How do you get to keep this that's not compatible with well-established neighborhoods.
Yeah, you still do it?
You're supposed to be an expert in that. It says it's viable.
So we appreciate that, we really do. Thank you so much for your help.
Okay, that's
I got to check out this.
Thank you so much for that, thank you for your thoughts on the compatibility, I mean, something to look at, we'll get back to you. Check out chapter 163 of Florida statutes and look up the definition of compatibility.
Oh, I have the definition of compatibility. And I will say this, Mr. Sullivan offered me a job last time. So tell him I haven't changed one little iota, regardless of how much older I am. It's been 8 years since he started this, 8 years.
And we will do this
Yeah, so
again
you're gonna-
and again
And we will do it
and
again
again and again.
I have one quick question. Can you let everybody here know that your intentions, when this should ever start, every tree, every blade of grass is going to be ripped out and plowed down, and that is going to look like a plain old cow pasture, just like the top of this table. Is that not correct?
I would say the majority of the trees are going to be taken
So
down.
you're going to wipe that clean.
So those
With
wild oak
the
has.
exception of trees along the perimeter that may be saved, but the vast majority of trees would be taken down.
That is barren land.
Yes.
Prior to homes going up?
Yes.
Now, I will say that if we can save any of the trees in the central DRA area, we'll try to save them. If we don't need that for retention, that's.
Do you not have grand oaks?
Just so y'all know,
They do, but he
they're
wants to
gonna
take-
plow
take it
that
down.
land
They can't take the
down
grand oaks
to
down.
nothing.
They are authorized to take it down and do that.
There are at least,
Environmental protection.
one second, there are at least 10
I got one.
grand oaks on there that are 175 years old.
That's also something we have to do is it's called a grand tree
Yeah.
report.
Yeah, I know.
And submit that to Hillsborough County.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that wasn't even done in 2019?
No.
Well, it's required when you go through the construction plan
Yeah.
permitting process, and we never did that.
This isn't the building permit side.
For permitting. Okay.
So to confirm, this is gonna be an affordable living community.
No, it's not gonna be, affordable housing as you would consider under AMI, 80% or 120%, no. We're trying to deliver a more attainable product.
And
for
what
people.
number would you place that at?
That's where I go back to saying we were trying to.
No, I want to know what are you
$300.
guys
That's
trying
what
to
we're
say?
going
What is the number
You
you
said
guys
you
have
wanted
in
it to be
mind?
affordable in the first place.
That makes
We're
it
trying to make
affordable.
it attainable
Wait,
housing.
say that again, you said.
Which is
You said affordable now, low 300s is what we're looking for.
300s is what they're starting, that's where they
What's
are
lower than
starting.
me?
You're saying low 300s, so we're talking 340?
Anything under 350.
Anything under
305?
Actually, no.
According to the
Actually,
estimation
325.
of, it's probably more like
We're targeting is
360.
the low 300s.
So the ones on Boyette are low
Again, we're
300s.
not,
And they're not, they don't have 5
phase
feet.
of the housing,
No,
this is just that first.
the homes on Boyette out there, they've been building, are low 300s, 700s. But they don't have 5-foot eases between the houses, so how could that be? How could that be? I don't understand.
You know,
The
right now,
density
it's
of
a
these
buyer's
homes is
market,
completely different.
so whatever he builds, he's not gonna sell it. It's a buyer's market.
See, there's a
Nobody
section away,
buys.
there's a.
He doesn't, yeah.
Can you, since he says he doesn't have a building yet, can you promise us that it will not be a rental investment building?
They can't make that promise. They can't make that promise.
Hey, he was gonna promise us a light when he had nothing to do with a light. He isn't gonna make you any promises.
You can't tell me if I buy a piece of property if I'm not gonna put it up for rent.
Rental building investment community.
Yes. Can you promise that that will not happen?
I can tell you from these conversations that I've had that that has not been something on the table.
But he just also told me he doesn't have a builder yet,
Correct, correct.
so it's a possibility.
Right
He will
now,
get an investment builder for rentals.
They don't have a builder, but they probably have a
It's not
hedge
something that's
fund.
been discussed.
There's an investor
About
behind
it
it.
being
There's an
a builder
investor
rent
behind it, come on.
So, the idea behind these uses would be single-family residential for people to buy.
Do you know what the average price
Resell,
home
they can
is in our
resell.
subdivision?
Ma'am?
Do you know the average price home in our subdivision?
Yes.
What is it?
Right now,
Realistically?
realistically, it's around 410.
No.
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 I'll tell
I
you
got
right
an
now.
appraisal this week.
I'll tell you right now, my shitty little
Over
trailer on the property that I haven't done shit to in the past 10 years is worth $293.
And there's a
And I'm
little
gonna
piece of
build a
land.
house on it that's $500,000, so that's gonna go up to $700,000. So 303? Really?
And my property's only,
They're selling a house at
The
967.
median was, obviously, you don't even know what the median was.
Yeah.
The median
in
for
my
going-
For our
1970
neighborhood.
why it's only
Yeah.
$2.
There are mobile homes that just sold on that property for over $300,000.
Mobile homes, not even.
Mobile
The one
home.
across the street from us just sold for $439.
Oh, yeah, and most of them have been close to
Yes.
4.
And it's a 1980s build.
I know.
Y'all see our gold mine. That's what's so much taking off.
People are like, "Fine."
Mr. Brandon doesn't know your area.
We should make an offer to call it.
Yeah.
I am so glad I'm getting a
We need to buy the property back.
I'm so glad I'm getting a
I think we might
roof.
need to-
Oh, did you?
He realizes it's probably be a investment.
Nice.
Mine's smaller than yours.
Then hell, I might be selling mine.
Okay, let's put a condominium on there.
Shall we make a note of that?
I'll just have to move the old folks.
Costs more than my
We have to
double the trailer.
I think we should buy the.
It's like, wait till I build a hobbit house on my property.
You were here, yeah, listen.
Not her, not my, only
I think it's something I would definitely I just don't know. Consider it.
But then your property value went up.
What's that?
Praise my house. Which one you
But
see, that might
have.
Is it?
I'm gonna say is, housing wise,
And then you go and talk to them, things like that, and all those things, all the
That's kind of the target. It would be.
That might be the name of his
My grandma got me. Yeah. I love it. Big backyard. They're almost going apart.
I got it. Yeah, I know.
Traffic study, I think there's data.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
If there's concern about the traffic, I mean, it's going to generate traffic.
I think so. You know, my mom's like that. My mom's a PE teacher, so it's just like quiet. Nice. My wife's getting into the row machine. Do you ever do that?
Good night.
Me too. Back when I lived with my parents, because they're close to the water, I would do it all the time. Cool. I heard the Snook schools used to be unbelievable.
Yes.
I met a old timer who used to tell me about that. I mean, I guess it's over. I don't.
Yeah, it's over.
Okay. Just shut it down.